Good evening, welcome to yet another episode of Head and Berry Discussing Gear. Today we are discussing riding gloves and let's just get Sumit into the set. Hey Sumit!
Hey, Ashish, I've got two new gloves. Two new? No, sorry, I've got a pair of gloves.
And please explain. Go on.
I think this requires a discussion. Let me explain.
Please. Let's start with this. Tell me what this is, where do you use it?
So these are leather gloves, basically for city purpose. These have got armor here and some soft armor here.
Okay.
Right? Very, very restricted usage. You can't use them in all seasons.
So let's just for the benefit of people watching us.
Yeah.
This is yet another episode on gear dedicated for touring. Touring season is around the corner.
Yeah.
We are going out on a ride. Now, out of all these pairs that you have, let's just talk about which is specially for touring and the others are for what.
Okay.
Let's put all
Let's
this pile
just
here
Yep.
and let's start one by one.
Okay. Let's just start with these. These are Alpine Stars Out Dry. These are full gauntlet.
Can I try them?
Yes, please.
Okay. Keep talking.
These are full gauntlet.
Full gauntlet. What do you mean?
Full gauntlet means they cover your wrist and some portion of your forearm,
Okay.
right? So that wind does not get into your jacket, and also if it is raining, it protects you from getting wet.
Okay. So now I couldn't make out. Is this is not summer? This is not winter. So where do you?
This is a mid-season glove.
Got it.
All right. Plus, you can use them in winter also, but you need some inner liner. Right? There are a few liners available at a lot of shops. Now, as any other person who is not very well aware about gear, so a few years ago, I bought these thinking that they will serve me greatly in winters.
So these are mid-season gloves that you bought some
Yeah.
time back, but now
Let me tell you, these are mid-season gloves. I only got to know until now. Just recently, I got to know that these are mid-season because when I purchased them, I thought that these would be suitable for winter riding, but actually they're not.
so if you had known
Mm-hmm.
that for our kind of winter and especially up north, these are not going to serve you in full winter.
Correct.
Would you have still bought them?
No.
These are nice
I won't.
looking gloves. That's the reason I asked.
Yeah, I won't have purchased them.
Okay. Let's put them on the side. Now tell me about these.
Okay.
Here's the other one.
Okay. The other one is right here. These are leather gloves, primarily.
City gloves.
These are city gloves. No armor. They don't have any armor
Okay,
in it.
so let's move
not
on.
suitable. I'm not going to talk about these because I don't recommend. Now, these are Alpine Stars SP8, and these are basically race spec gloves. Again, full gauntlet so that air doesn't seep in, and it is complete leather, heavy armor that keeps you protected on high speeds.
Yeah.
If you meet with a crash,
They're comfortable.
Yes, they're very comfortable, very grippy because on track you need a lot of good grip. So they're pretty nice, but again, not for all season. They are not mid-season. They are not winter touring. They're not for
But-
summer certainly.
But can I use them with a liner and cover winter?
Yes, you can. But leather has a tendency to get cold.
So with winter coming up, these also won't do.
Yes.
Okay, now tell me more about these
Okay.
interesting looking gloves.
These are my newest purchase, and these are the Triumph Gore-Tex gloves. They are quite expensive, but I bought them off a deal. So when I say Gore-Tex, Gore-Tex is again a kind of armor, but it is very soft.
So these are the 2-in-1 gloves.
2-in-1, yes.
What
It-
does
it-
2-in-1 mean?
Okay, for less colder weather, you can
Just get a close up of this, guys.
If you see here, there are two places wherein you can insert your hand. One is here and the other is here. Now, if you insert your hand here, as it says, grip tactile and warm chaleur. If you put your hand here, it is properly warm. Okay.
Got it.
And for mid-season, you can perhaps use this one. Yep. So this is for mid-season.
These are nice.
So there are 2-in-1. Quite comfortable. The armor is not very intrusive.
And it says D3O.
Yeah, D3O. It's quite good.
And this works with the.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
So, Sumit, now that you have half the world's gloves with you, coming back to the same question and the same discussion that we were having in jackets. Is there any glove that can serve you throughout the year?
The answer is no. Perhaps with few accessories along with it, like I said, merino wool inserts, easily available at Decathlon. You can use them.
And I know again this comes at a certain level of personal choice, but gloves especially, and I have seen this, many youngsters often buy lesser spec and they tend to get obsessed with the economics of it. And I always keep telling them our tools for anything are our
hands. Yeah.
But yet for some reason we are not seeing too many options in gloves or attitudinally. Is it because people are getting tired of buying enough gear, or what is the issue? Gloves never seem to get enough discussion.
Yeah, perhaps people are tired because there's a huge range, as you're seeing. This is all hit and trial that I've been doing, and finally I've settled with these winter gloves because I feel very cold. Similarly, it is with a lot of people also. They're not able to find out what is perfect for them, and they end up buying probably a short glove which is there till the wrist, and then they use the inner gloves, or some people use merino wool inserts, but
and I'm just going to go into rapid fire here now. Specifically, I've met a lot of people who seem to reject a glove if doesn't have touchscreen support.
Yeah.
Now, my pushback to always is how often are you really going to do something with your phone while you're on riding?
Very often, especially when you're using GPS. Whenever you're using maps and all, you actually need to, many times, you go off the way, or you're the wrong way. You need to stop and then check, fiddle around with your phone screen. Now, every time if you keep doing it, or perhaps you are finding your hotel or a homestay, right? In that case, there's a lot of using the phone.
This said D3O. Just walk us through of what is the protection on this glove and what is it meant for?
This is a winter touring glove. Okay. Within a category, this is a specific category. This is for winter touring. It has got Gore-Tex. Now, Gore-Tex is kind of an armor, but it is very soft and very strong. It looks as if it might not be very, very protective, but it is high on protection. This is the latest thing which is available in the market. Right? Everybody is talking Gore-Tex. Even in the boots, Gore-Tex is quite popular because it makes the boots very light. And of course, even the gloves, it's quite light. You can see, right? It's very light.
And no, it's a nicely built glove. It's got this accordion panel here, which is stretch and it's comfortable. Okay, quick question, and this comes up for a lot of debate as well. Leather versus, so if I was to bring out, now this is full leather. If I was to take off everything else and just keep these two. So this is Gore-Tex, this has a 2-in-1 compartment, and this is only leather.
Yeah.
In theory, doesn't leather block wind and keep you warm?
Yes, it does.
So how come this doesn't work well in winter?
Okay, Ashish, like you asked, is leather good enough for winters? No, it is not, because when the temperature drops, there is certain amount of cold that you will still feel. Because the absence of a liner, there is no liner in it. You see, there's no liner. It's just plain leather, all right? And in this, you have got a winter liner. See, it's quite thick, and at the same time, it is very comfortable. You can do a workaround using a liner of any other brand, but then you will feel pain in your knuckles because there is some stitching in those liner. It keeps on hurting on longer duration. So I don't recommend these for winter.
Okay, last question. How do you judge the fit of the glove? And the reason I ask this is, for a person like me, I like close-fitting gloves. I have small hands and small fingers, so I like close-fitting gloves. I don't like, the finger to be extending too much beyond because it makes me feel clumsy. But when you have to ride 8, 10, 12, 14 hours like we do, what is the kind of fit that you would recommend given your experience in touring?
Okay, Ashish, I'll be very honest with you. I have burnt my money thrice, buying a snug fit glove. Every time, I wanted a snug fit glove. But honestly, you should always buy one size up.
So there should be some room in it.
Some room in it, because when you are wearing the glove and you are twisting your throttle, and for a long time when you keep gripping your throttle, you need some room for your fingers. If you don't have any room for the fingers, then your fingers will hurt, your tips, you'll have pain here. So that's why.
And in winter, any other fabric or wool or
No, wool is not suitable for riding, because again, the wind chill, it enters the glove. Even if you have the best of the wool in the world, you need something which is obtrusive. It has to be very, very
and I noticed this area is quite soft, because usually when it happens in winter, if I have the helmet on, and we are going in and out of fog, like visor.
Correct.
Now I've seen some gloves, they have this thing built here where it's literally like a wiper.
Yes, that's a very, very nice addition. I'm seeing in a lot of gloves these days, they are giving that feature, but unfortunately it's not there.
Can you clean your visor with this? Does it leave any scratches?
I don't think so. This may leave scratches, of course.
So that would be then food for thought of, because visors will get dirty.
Correct.
And for touring, you would always recommend full gauntlet?
Yes,
half
full
gauntlet?
Full gauntlet for touring.
And that's predominantly from a safety point.
From safety point of view, yes.
Which ones are you buying next?
No, these are already my next gloves for the winter. I'm ready for the winter. We're going to test these in the Himalayas next week.
Yep.
Let's see how they perform.
Just wanted to discuss with you. Does a top of the line brand, and somebody who's been making motorcycle gear for decades, does it necessarily mean they will make the best fitting gloves? Where I'm coming from is, gloves are like shoes, right? The fit is the most crucial, because if you're uncomfortable in a top spec glove, it kind of defeats the entire purpose.
Correct.
So what is your point of view on that?
Like Ashish, that would be purely my personal point of view.
Sure.
Because no two hands are same.
Got it.
Every individual is unique and no two hands are same. So you need to find out the best fitting glove for yourself. I have settled down on these gloves. These costed me about 1,600 rupees.
These are 10,000.
These are 10,000 by the way.
Wow.
All right. And for summer, I think this is the best thing I've ever purchased, because there is mesh here on the top and it is leather here. So I'm sorted with the grip.
Oh, these are very comfortable.
Of course. And I'm sorted with the grip because leather is here. And for summer, the mesh is here. Right? And it's very, very comfortable.
So it goes back to a point that we were discussing in one of the earlier episodes, and I think you brought it up, knowledge and information.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not going to get into any brand names and recommendations, but for 1,600 rupees, these are fabulously built. They have armor, they have leather,
They've got
they
mesh.
have mesh, they are very comfortable, and this is one of the top brands of the world. Nothing wrong with them, it's just that this is 10,000, this is 1,600. And if you want to tour, like we are talking about, the comfort level is for me, it's the crucial element. And I'm banking on the brand's responsibility of giving me protection, making sure that I ride safe. We'll wrap up this episode here now, and as always, if you have any questions,
please write to sumit@happinessperkm.com. Don't forget to click like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also called Happiness Per KM.
Subscribe to the channel and hope to see you soon.
Thanks for watching.